Hello, everyone. Surprise! You're expecting a baby. Did you know? Imagine, for the purposes of this lecture, that you are expecting a baby. And when you are expecting a baby, there are a lot of decisions that you have to make even before the baby is born. An example of something or a decision that you're going to have to make are engaging in allowing the doctors to do prenatal diagnostic tests. And prenatal diagnostic test is just a fancy way to say that the doctors are going to determine if the fetus has some kind of illness before the child is born. So in the last lecture, we talked about Down syndrome, we talked about Turner syndrome, and those are some of those syndromes and diseases can be determined before birth. And we're going to go into what those types of diagnostic tests look like and what they test for. To begin today's class, we're actually going to start off with videos. I actually made TikToks to kind of help you all have a better understanding of what we actually are going over in class. And so I made a drama based on This Is Us, but it's like my own take on This Is Us. And so we're going to watch the first two videos, and then you're going to have to answer a question, and that's going to help us start off this section of the lecture.
This is welcome to my life. My life is good right now. I'm able to work from home. I have a beautiful husband and a beautiful child there. I love being able to spend time. Life hasn't always been easy. Stay tuned for the story. In my junior year of college, it was a few days a week where I just couldn't hold any food down. And I looked up on WebMD what that meant. And they pretty much told me I was dying. So I decided to go to the doctor and see what was going on. Hello, Miss Nicole. I'm happy to report that you aren't dying. You're just pregnant. Pregnant? I'm glad you're now, what we're going to do is get an ultrasound so that we can see the picture of the baby. Okay, Miss Nicole, according to the ultrasound, it looks like you're about 7 weeks pregnant and your baby is the size of a blueberry. Would you like to take a picture home?
So the question at the end of this second video is, what is the name of the picture from the ultrasound? So that's my question to you all. What is the name of the picture from the ultrasound? And this is the picture, a picture from the ultrasound. This is from 21 weeks, but in the drama, I was only 7 weeks pregnant. But this is what the picture would look like. The answer is that it's a sonogram. And what the doctor used in the video that we just watched, and also in real life, is what they use is the ultrasound sonography. And what that does is send frequency sound waves into the woman's abdomen. And so you would be able to see the baby inside of the woman's womb. And that usually occurs around 7 weeks. And it happens throughout the pregnancy so that you can be able to monitor the baby's growth and also see if there are anything that may be peculiar, such as the shape of the head or the size of the body. That may also be an example of a disorder that the child may have. Another type of prenatal diagnostic test is the fetal MRI. And this is a picture here. And what it does is just you're using the MRI that looks at the body's organs and structure. And you see the baby here. It's just making a note of where the baby is, the size, and that can also be that can also diagnose something that it may be wrong with the child, or just to make sure that the child is healthy as well. Another type of prenatal diagnostic test is the non-invasive prenatal diagnosis. And when a mother is pregnant, not only is the mother's blood obviously filled with the mother's blood, but there are also fetal cells that circulate in the mother's body. And so when doctors take or draw blood from the mothers, what they're able to do is look at the fetal cells and make sure that they are functioning properly, that they have the correct number of chromosomes. And the non-invasive prenatal diagnosis through drawing blood is also a great way that doctors use to determine if children have Down syndrome. As we stated in the past video, the second video of this chapter, Down syndrome is when you have an extra pair or extra copy of chromosome 21. So because there are fetal cells in a mother's blood, the doctors are able to determine how many chromosomes are in that cell, and they are able to see that there may be an extra copy of the chromosome 21. Another type of prenatal diagnostic test is the chorionic villus sampling. And this is a little bit more intense for parents and for the child in the mother's womb. So what they do is that they go into the mother's womb and they get a sample of the placenta. And what they do is diagnose possible chromosomal abnormalities based on the sample of the placenta. And the diagnosis takes around 10 days. The issue with CVS, chorionic villus sampling, is that it could possibly result in limb deformity in the child. So it's like I said, when you are a parent, you have a lot of decisions that you have to make. And this would be a decision that you have to make. Would you want to get this chorionic villus sampling procedure done? Or would you rather just not have it done and get the tests that are non-invasive, such as the MRIs or the ultrasound sonography? The last prenatal diagnostic test that we're going to talk about is the amniocentesis. And as you can see here, what that is going to happen during the amniocentesis is that the doctors are going to use a syringe. They're going to insert it into the mother's stomach, and they're going to insert it also into the amniotic sac. And they're going to take a sample of the fluid. And this, again, also tests for chromosomal or metabolic disorders. This usually occurs between the 14th and the 20th week of pregnancy. But again, this amniocentesis comes with some issues. About 1 in every 200 to 300 pregnancies that go through this amniocentesis, they miscarry. And also, based on what is learned here and the results that the parents and the doctors get from the amniocentesis, the parents may choose at this stage to either have an abortion, or they may choose to give birth, even though there may be birth defects. So this is a very serious diagnostic test. But again, as I stated, it is up to you as a parent to, if you decide to go through this, or to just have the baby without all of these invasive tests. Okay, I'll see you all on the next video.